Hi, I'm Gary White with Channel 6 Central Kentucky Television. I'm here with Danielle Hagler, who is with the Nelson County Extension Office with 4-H. And today we're going to talk about something that's fun that goes on every summer, right?
Yes.
4-H camp.
4-H camp is awesome. Every county in Kentucky has the opportunity to take 4-Hers to 4-H camp. And in Nelson County, we camp at the Lake Cumberland 4-H camp. And this year we'll be camping June 25th through the 29th. And what's really nice is that in Nelson County, we have enough volunteers and youth that go that we take just Nelson County kids to camp, which is great. But the size of our county, they still meet lots of new people. I know when I went to 4-H camp as a camper, I had the opportunity to meet kids from New Haven and Boston that I'd never met before. But then whenever I went to school at high school, those kids that I went to camp with were in my classes, and so I had the opportunity to meet people that I ran into again later in life. So that was really nice. Yeah.
You can start friendships early.
Oh, for sure. And those friendships last.
Yeah.
I tell the kids whenever we're talking about camp that some of the friends that I made at camp were in my wedding, and we're still friends to this day. So there really are friendships that last a lifetime. And camp it's a great week to not only make friends, but learn new life skills, try new things. And it's wonderful because kids that finish the 3rd grade this year can go, which is new because it used to be the 4th grade.
Okay.
So if they've completed the 3rd grade, they're eligible to go. And they go as campers through 14 years old. Once they turn 15 through 17, we actually kind of slide them into a leadership role, and we ask that they apply to be a team leader.
Okay.
And those team leaders, they will stay with the cabins. Each cabin has around 22 kids in it, and the kids typically are within 2 years of age of each other, so 9 to 11, 10 to 12. And those team leaders help get them up on time, help them get to their classes, help them through homesick. And what's really nice is those team leaders have a backup crew. So we also have adults that go with us. We take anywhere from 30 to 50 adult volunteers.
Wow.
And they help teach classes. They help redirect youth that may have a little bit of challenges while they're there, but they make it a wonderful week. So we are still looking for volunteers. If you are interested in volunteering for Nelson County 4-H, you can contact our office. The phone number is 348-9204. We do have an application process for those volunteers. So our adults go through a background check process. Our teens go through an application and sometimes an interview process. Once they're selected through that process, they go through training, which is nice because we want to make sure our volunteers are ready to spend a week with kids.
Right.
So we train them on safety, we train them on homesickness, we train them on any special needs the kids might have, so that when the kids go to camp, it's the best week of camp that they can have.
How many kids are there? How many spots are there for the camp?
So we take around 280 campers.
Okay.
We take around 320 people total. The sooner they get their paperwork in, the better. Right now, I'd say we're about half full. We've been in the schools talking about camp. There are some individual choice activities that the sooner they get their paperwork in, the better chance they get to get those, because it's first come, first serve for those activities.
Right, the ones they want.
Yeah.
Okay. And they have to fill out an application?
They do. So there are a couple different ways they can start that process. In the schools, we've dropped off these green pre-registration forms. And these pre-registration forms, they'll tell you everything that you need to know about the activities, how you can pre-register. They can fill this out and send it back, but there's also information on here. You can pre-register online this year and pay with credit card through a service called Eventbrite. And they can just go on Eventbrite, put their pre-registration information, pay with that card, and then we'll mail them the full registration packet. Or they can just stop by our office, pick up a full registration packet. So there's lots of ways. We know a lot of parents work during those business hours when our office is open, so that's why we started that Eventbrite as well.
Okay. And by when do they need to apply?
We want to make sure that we have all of our paperwork in by May 25th. But again, the sooner they apply, the better. It helps us get everything ready, lets us know if we need to recruit any more volunteers to meet those safety ratios. The cost of camp this year is $220. It has gone up a little bit, but that $220 covers their transportation there. We meet at Nelson County High School and take about 5 or 6 buses down.
How far is that?
I'd say it's 3 hours. They take a half an hour bathroom break. So the buses take 3 hours. A car drive would be 2.5.
Okay.
So They get down to camp. It covers their lodging while they're there, all their food, and the food's actually pretty good. They have a salad bar, so if the kids like green stuff, they have fruit and salad there. And then last year they started a cereal bar because a lot of kids, there's some picky eaters. There's some kids that will just eat chicken tenders, but almost all kids will eat cereal. So they like to have cereal there for the kids that are a little bit pickier, so that they're keeping their calories up. Because when they're at camp, they're working hard. They're walking everywhere. They're swimming every day. They're having a great time. And if we can provide some food for them that they enjoy, then that'll help them have a better week too. They can get some extra souvenirs. They can order those online this year, or they can get them at camp. But camp it's an awesome time for those kids. Every year there are kids that learn how to swim for the first time. There are kids that spend the first night away from home. I don't recommend that though. If your kid is going to camp, practice. We want them to have a successful week, but sometimes they do get homesick. So spend a weekend at a grandparent's. Spend 4 or 5 days at a friend's house where they're not calling mom and dad, so they can practice and be ready for camp. Because we're going to try to help them have the most successful time while they're there. But if the parents can help us a little bit before they come, that's helpful too.
Yeah, they can get prepared in advance.
For sure.
Absolutely.
And there's things like having your child be aware of what the schedule is. We give them a schedule, and if they know what they're going to do from day to day, that helps. Having your kid help pack. Get them invested in camp. But also, parents, if you have your kids help pack, it's a better chance they're going to bring home what they took to camp. Every year we have bags and bags of lost and found. And the kids are like, it's not mine. So have them help you pack and put their name on everything. And then we can get it back to the appropriate child. We also
little tips.
Oh yeah, for sure. When they go to camp, we'll give them like a little drawstring backpack and a water bottle, and that's so we make sure that they drink plenty of water while they're at camp. We make sure that they stay nice and healthy. There is an EMT at camp, so if they have any health issues or have to take medicine, that EMT will help them out with that as well. And we can accommodate for lots of allergies and dietary needs. The parents just have to let us know so we can make sure that, again, those kids have a nice, safe week at camp.
Absolutely. And again, tell us the dates for the camp.
For Nelson County 4-H Camp this year, it's June 25th through the 29th. Again, you can register. These green pre-registration forms are available at most of the schools now. You can also go online to Eventbrite and look for Nelson County 4-H. Or stop by the Extension office, which is at 317 South 3rd Street. So the same building as the health department, and you can pick up the paperwork there. You don't have to pay all at once. You can pay half now. But we also want to make sure people know that money should never be a reason why they don't do something in 4-H. In Nelson County, we are very lucky that we have individuals, businesses, and organizations that sponsor 4-H. And we raise anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 for camp. So all kids get some discount, but then we also offer scholarships. So if your family is interested in sending your child to camp, but you're just a little concerned about your budget this year, stop by our office. We have scholarship forms available, and typically your first year, that will take half off. Your second year, if you apply for a scholarship, you'll get a third off. But again, if you can't do 110, talk with us. We do have some other funding options, and we'll try to figure out what the best way to get your kid to camp is. Some years we even have kids that we have to help them with their packing list. They might not have a sleeping bag, or they might not have an extra pair of shoes. But we want to make sure every child that wants to go to camp can go to camp.
And they actually sleep in cabins, not in tents, right?
Right.
Yeah.
There is an outpost option. So outpost is a little bit further from the main camp. It's in the woods, and I like to call it the chicken coop, but it's not really a chicken coop. It's just a screened-in porch kind of area where they can sleep out in the woods. It's a little more of your traditional camping experience. We like for that to be our second-year campers, but that's an option that kids can do as well as outpost camping. If I didn't have to be in charge of a lot of stuff, I would be an outpost camping. Yep.
Okay. And it's the same fees and everything,
Yep,
right?
same fees. They get to do all the same activities. They do have a little bit of leniency. They don't have to clean their cabin every day because they're in the woods.
There you go. Good option. So again, give us the phone number if anybody has any questions.
Okay, they can call myself, Danielle Hagler, or Luke Fries at 348-9204, and that's the Nelson County Cooperative Extension Office that 4-H is a part of.
Great. and it's going to be June 25th through the 29th. And we actually have a video now they're going to show you that shows you a little bit about the camp down at Lake Cumberland.
Yep.
But give Danielle or Luke a call if you have some questions and get your kids signed up. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Lake Cumberland 4-H Camp is an American Camp Association accredited camp located in Jabez, Kentucky, on the beautiful Lake Cumberland. We have 6 miles of shoreline wrapping around 1,500 acres of rolling hills and forested land. Our camp offers 12 sleeping cabins. You and 28 of your close friends will have a blast during cabin time. For the more adventurous, we offer an opportunity for a primitive camping experience at our outpost area. During the summer, we offer many different activities, including a rock wall and zip line, shooting sports, and lake activities such as canoes, kayaks, and pontoon boat rides. We have recreational areas where you and your friends can play a fun and fast-paced game of gaga ball or kickball. Or maybe you would like to visit our 9-hole disc golf course that is right in the middle of camp. Shop at our country store where you can buy souvenirs, snacks, our one-of-a-kind Kentucky 4-H camping t-shirt, and much more. Come sally down the alley at our shelter house, and on one special night you will get to dance under the party lights during our famous Glow Sally. As camp draws to a close, enjoy a campfire and remember your week as you sing Linger with all your new 4-H friends. Contact your local 4-H extension agent to attend summer camp. Lake Cumberland is an American Camp Association accredited camp. Contact your local 4-H extension office about camping with us this summer.